Welcome everyone back to Baldeykino here in Farming Simulator 22. I hope you all are doing good. Last episode we finished up with that big hay contract. We ended up with about 16 grand in selling hay left over plus the 22 grand from the contract itself. So we ended up with about $99,000. It was a lot of work, but it was worth it. And then, well, bought this harvester, and I explained all about it at the end of last episode. Ended up going with the more affordable harvester, and I'm glad I did. Man, this thing is beautiful. It doesn't look like much in the store, but once you get it all set up, it's a really beautiful machine. This guy here, I was talking about it at the end of the episode. I'll just go over it real briefly if you didn't tune in last episode all the way to the end. What we're going to do with this guy, and this is a great harvester to have. Even if we upgrade, we're going to want to keep this harvester, so I'm glad I chose it because it can multitask like pretty much no other harvester can. Now this is all this right here, plus there's an attachment I picked up in the back already. Let me drop that off right there, plus that attachment. So with all this together and the way it's set up with this baling equipment in the back, what it can do, the header it's got on it now, we're going to use that for corn. So this is the corn header. For the wheat, what we're actually going to do with this guy is we're going to do swath cropping. So what we're going to do is, we're going to pick, this right here is actually a mower. So we're going to use this, and we'll actually use this to mow the wheat. Instead of harvest it, we're actually going to mow it. It'll leave it in swaths. Pick it up with this swath picker here. And then this harvester, it may be old, but it can do a lot of stuff. With the swath picker, it will pick up and process and store the wheat. And back here with this baling equipment, at the same time, it will bale. It's been a while since I've used this, but that's how it's going to go. It's a real great multifunction machine. Other harvesters, even other stuff set up for swath cropping, doesn't do it as well as the Neva SK5. I don't think so. This guy does it really well. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to go back over that. That's the quick 20-second version, because I said it right at the end of last episode. Anyway, this episode, here we are with our new equipment. That hay contract is done. We've got what little remains of June, which is just the rest of the day, to ourselves. And, oh, beautiful new machinery to enjoy. I'm just really taking it in. It's a really gorgeous machine. Now, I think we're going to have to drive it back to the farm. I think we're going to have to do this in a couple trips because I don't have a trailer for it. And you know what I noticed is that we have pretty much the exact same amount of money that we had while we were doing the contract. So the contract plus the excess hay basically sold for enough money to kit us up with all this gear here. Now we're left with the money we had. That is excellent. I mean, that's in a better place than I thought we'd be, honestly. The harvester didn't set us back anything at all. All it took was a like a day-long hay baling contract. Let's check out our digs here. All right. I'll get a little window there to see into the really, unfortunately, somewhat minuscule hopper of, I believe it's about 5,000 liters. This little guy, it can do a lot. It can do a lot of work, but let's pick up our bale stacker in the back. It can do a lot of work, but sometimes, you know, if we upgrade, we're still going to want to keep this harvester, and we'll be using just. Yeah, this here, I had to turn off the HUD. I mean, this here is just, this is absolute screenshot material. All right, now we're back at our farm, and I've got the mower header attached to the harvester, and I'm going to show you something here. So, first of all, you can see right here, so here it is in our garage, and you can see it is a mower. Mowers cut grass. All right. Now, I mentioned that this harvester is really cool and can do a lot of things other harvesters can't do. Now, this is it's a mower header, as I showed you, but when we turn it on in the grass, it won't cut the grass. Now, that is really good and very useful, like over-the-top useful. It'll only cut stuff in like grass, like tall grass and stuff like that, and crops. It's not going to cut just like meadow grass out here. Well, I mean, look at it. You know, it's this big header. This small grass is not going to pick this up. Well, the beauty of that is I like that because when we're using this to cut our wheat, because we're going to use this to cut our wheat, and we're going to pick up our wheat with a swath picker like I mentioned. Well, when we're going down the field, we don't have to worry about this pulling in grass from the side. This will only cut the wheat. Now, this is part of the swath cropping pack, and as is, if I go to mowers, it should be under mowers. the swath cropping pack also comes with this guy. This is the mower the swath cropping pack comes with to do swath cropping. Now, it's only on supported maps. Of course, Baldeykino is one of them. And this mower here, it's a great mower, and it's a Rostselmash. It'd be right at home in the fields of Russia where we're at now. But the thing with this is, like any other mower in the game, it's going to pick up grass and stuff on the side of the field and mix it in with your wheat, and it's just it looks atrocious, and it's a mess because you end up getting bits of this and bits of that in your swaths. This won't. So even if you have another bigger mower like that Rostselmash, I think it's got like a 9 or 12 meter wide header on it, you still want this for the outside of your fields because this won't mix in grass from the outside. It's one of the many advantages of this particular harvester right here. This is a great combine. This doesn't come with the swath pack. It doesn't, but it can do it. It's got a lot of great stuff built in, and it's got one thing I think I'm gonna try this out right now, actually, as long as we get our new toy here. I think this can help us solve a problem that we've had on this farm since the beginning. You know see that big heap of grass there under our thing? Well, that's the grass I mowed up when we first built here. That's the grass that I pulled up when I was doing the building and putting the driveway in. You guys remember that far back to the first episode? I barely do. Putting that driveway and everything, and that's all the grass that I mowed. I didn't have anything to do with it. Well, I have a feeling that, there we go. I've never tried this. I'm not 100% sure, but this is... Whoops, we're going to need another attachment, though. This is one heck of a multitasking harvester, combine harvester. Yeah, don't discount it just because of its price. Oh, there we go. It didn't want to shift up for a second. Yeah, sometimes you got to bang it up a gear. I didn't have to. It did shift on its own. But, yeah, this thing can definitely multitask. Now, let's see. Let's push this corn header up out of the way. And let's get my bale stacker back here. I'm not 100% sure because I don't think I've tried this before. Did I get it picked up? Yeah. Yeah, I did. I'm going to give this a go. Please don't make me look like a fool. Please work the way that I wanted to. Oh, yeah, that's right. There we go. Well, it's actually not. It's not doing anything with it. Okay, so here's the thing. But you know what it is doing is it's getting rid of it. And that is good enough for me. I'll tell you why it's not doing anything with it. So this is made for swath cropping. And you know, notice how I mentioned about, a minute ago, I mentioned about grass getting mixed in. So this will sort out that grass so it won't get mixed in with your crop. So actually what it just did in just making it disappear is actually a good thing on two fronts. A, it gets it out of our way, for one, and the other thing is, if we were swath cropping and we did have grass mixed in with our crop, it deletes it. So now I know that. It's still a learning process, so if you're curious about swath cropping, definitely stay tuned in this series, because come harvest time, that is how we're going to be doing our crop. And now I have cleared out a spot for this, so that's good. Honestly, had it made a bale out of it, then we'd just have a bale of grass sitting around wouldn't know what to do with, so that worked out all around for the best. Like, seriously did. Alright, so here we are in episode 22. Now, if I already introed the video, forgive me, I'll explain what happened here. So, started filming this a few days ago, and so strictly out of game terms here, started filming this a few days ago, and then I had a video on my other channel that simply took a few days to make, and then I came back here, and boy, it feels like I've been gone for a couple of weeks, guys, even though it's actually only been about 4 days. Alright, so that said, I started filming episode 22, and I will try to have included what I did and pick up from there. But I do remember about a lot of what I filmed was bringing our new harvester home, which I showed at the end of episode 21. We bought the harvester. A lot of what was supposed to be episode 22 was actually, I had to make like 2 trips with it back to the store at 12 miles an hour. It's very long and slow. And one thing I do remember is I did show a good explanation of how this works, how it's versatile, and how it's got a huge advantage over a lot of other harvesters for swath-style cropping. I will have included that, I'm sure. Something else I did, which I probably cut out of the video, so we can pick up from there now. So, I'll get to that in a sec. All right, So, July 1st, morning July 1st, here we are back at our farm. Now, next month, we should be able to harvest. Let's go have a look at our crops and stuff. Sorry about that, guys, but now that we are up to speed here. Wow, this truck is so quiet, isn't it? Let's pull out here. Oh, truck got a little muddy. All right. Let's have a look at our crops. Oh, we get that cornfield back here. Well, the cornfield back of the house should look like that cornfield. Let's check them out. You know how I like to check my crops out every month. It's kind of cool to see how they have progressed and stuff. This cornfield might actually, I kind of forget, it might actually be a month behind our other cornfield. Yeah, that looks good. So let's go down here, and I'll show you. I did some work down at the end of the driveway. I may have said something last episode, I think. I said something about wanting to add some decoration or something to our farm at the roadside entrance. I was kind of getting a fairly established looking farm here, and there really wasn't anything down there to even suggest that there was a farm. It was just a road. So I put in some stuff down at the driveway down here, and it was actually quite a project. Let's see. Yeah, our crops look good. There's our potatoes. Potatoes look really good. They should be ready for harvest next month, I think. And yeah, this corn here looks taller. Whoops. Oh yeah, I already did that once. Yeah, and also in going down here, oh yeah, it's up here. I kind of ran through wheat on accident. That's notice I got the cruise control of my truck set at 30 miles an hour. Well, that said, I wasn't going but about that fast, and my brakes kind of, whoops, dipped into the wheat field there. Anyway, so down here, I wanted to kind of mark our driveway with something to show, hey, there's a farm here. So I found like a big wheat symbol. I had that put in. And we got some trash cans and a mailbox now. So the farm's kind of marked here. Now, there was a bit of issue. There was a bit of an issue here putting this in with, I think I got it decent with the road. Well, when I put it in, it kind of changed the elevation. There was a bunch of dirt basically that had to be removed. And I had to kind of redo, I had to get the leveler out here and kind of flatten it back out with the road. But yeah, decent job. So let's see what all there is to do here in July. Oh, here's the sorghum. We're going to be harvesting this year. A contract for my uncle's farm, of course. That's looking pretty good. And let's see, when is this stuff going to be ready to harvest? Let's have a look at this here. So, yeah, you can see everything here is getting pretty well grown. And yeah, it looks like our back cornfield there in the rear of the property, it looks like it is about a month behind this cornfield here. And but I'm seeing a lot of dark shades here indicating harvesting coming soon. Wow, that is a big field. Jeez. Yeah, that is a big field. Let's see. Let's see if there's any contracts to do this month. One contract for the month of July, harvesting, and that is a lot of money. Field 6. Is that the field we just looked at? Yeah. So that's a really good paying contract. $59,000. Let's go have a look at that field. Let's go have a look at that field. Let's put the truck in gear and let's get down there. $59,000. Now, there's really no other work to be done. Last month last month we did a big hay contract on a field down south by town. That was a decent sized contract now, but that was really only such a big contract because hay, just has so many steps to it. Whoa, that is a bumpy section of road there for this little truck. This would be a big contract just because it's a big darn field, but because it's just harvesting, I mean, it's just harvest it and put it in a tipper. Oh, look at some mud that cropped up in the spring. Yeah, we had some rain this spring. Let's see. There's the field. I see the field on the horizon there. Oh, bump, bump. Let's see. All right. I want to see how big this field is. Get an idea for this. Oof, that is an ocean of canola. That's an absolute it's like the Atlantic Ocean of canola. 32 hectares. I didn't even know there were any fields in this area that were that big. Oh, wow. It just goes and goes and goes, doesn't it? Oh, geez. Well, oh, wow. How far back does this field's really got an ass on it? Dang. Wow, that really goes back there. Yeah, this is a big field. Well, let's see here. You know, that's a really good paying job. Imagine, okay, so we need some money for our, well, we always need money. We got a small growing farm. Imagine what we could do with our farm. Okay, so that's what, $59,000. Now, we usually get a good portion left over that we can use ourselves. You know, I think that might actually be a good idea. It'd be kind of fun. I mean, well, get into the harvest mood before we harvest our own fields. You know, it's what way did we take here? Oh yeah, I think it was this way. What do you guys think? Well, I'm already thinking that we should do it. I do enjoy harvesting. You know, I always say that. I enjoy harvesting. I do enjoy harvesting. Let's see if we can go around this mud here. So let's have a look at our pigs. I'm going to drive down here and check our pigs. Yeah, you can definitely see our farm. Yeah, it's nice. You see, when you drove down the road, it was just a bunch of bushes, and you had to look for the road for our driveway. Now you can definitely see it. So on the way over here to our pigs, so I gave Miss Petrovna a call, and I told her that we were going to take that contract. So yeah, we're making quite a name for ourselves with the farmers around here. That is a big job. I told her we'd do it, but hey, you know, it's the only contract this month. We're heading into a really busy year, so why not kick it off with, man, that is a big field. We are leasing some equipment for the field, and I'm not sure, you know, I didn't see how much that, I didn't really consult with her on the price for that, but I did tell her we'd take the job, so we're going to head to the shop, and there should be equipment there waiting for us, but I have one idea on the way there. First, let's have a look at our piglets, because, so we still got 15, and the straw is looking a little thin. Well, we'll have some straw. We can tend to that. Let's check there. We'll see. They've got water. They've got they've got everything they need, because we still just got the 15. Well, hey, little guys, you guys just stay toasty in here and enjoy your food and stuff. Water, yeah. You know, being that we only have 15 pigs, they've got what they need. So it looks like we've, well, no, we definitely have some work to do now. That's great. Good harvesting job. Kick off the harvest season early and get some practice behind the wheel of a harvester, because I haven't been in one since, boy, yeah, well, obviously since harvest season last year. Now let's see. We're gonna head. I'm gonna head down here to the store, and we want to go. Well, let's go this way. So we're gonna head down to the store and see about this equipment. Actually, before that, I'm gonna make a stop on the way to the store. So I'll catch up with you just down the road here. I'm going to make a stop up at the potato storage, and I'll show you why in a sec. All right, last harvest season, if you recall, we did a really big beet job, beet harvesting, and we used some of the equipment from the local collective farm, and I haven't used any of their vehicles since, but they're okay with us using their truck. I used a big truck to haul the beets, if you recall. Well, it's parked down here, and they said we're welcome to use it if we need for a harvest. They're not using it right now. No one's harvesting right now except for this job that we just took. So we're free to use this truck. The thing is, yeah, we leased equipment for this contract, but they wanted to lease us like a much smaller tipper. It's something like, the tipper they leased us is something like 20,000 liters or something. This is a little bigger than that, obviously. So this will make the job go a little faster. So this is what we're going to do. Yeah, I figured we're going to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and haul this to the field. Man, this thing could use a wash, huh? This has been parked here since last year. But, well, that's the last time I parked it here, unless they've used it. Anyway, yeah. So I'm going to get this down to the field. This is bigger than the one we leased. This will be really good. Let's get this guy fired up. Yep. Fires right up. And where is the way out of here? Ah, this way. Well, let's see. Is it this way? I think this is the way. Well, regardless, there's the grain mill. Yeah, here's the road. Wait, oh, but we're not going to the store yet. No, love that'd be a waste of a trip. We're taking this straight to the field. That's right. We're taking this straight out to the field. Now, what is a good way to get to that field? Am I hung up on something? I don't think so. Alright, so let's see. I know how I got to the field from our farm. I think there's a better way to get there. Let's see if we can find our way there. There's a big farmland area here. Just pulling into Baldeykino. I think if we hang a right here at the collective farm, I think if we head straight back, actually, yeah. I'm sure if we head straight back here, I think these both go to the same place. Let's take this way. So we're going to the far northwest. Let's just hope no one's coming the other way. People are usually pretty careful on these back roads. Yeah, those both showing up back here, I think. Oh, we do have mud, though. Oh, I got some mud. I'm on truck. Well, I'll try to remember to wash this truck off when we're done. It got pretty muddy since we used it last. This looks like wheat up here. We want to go, I think if we hang a left here. Yep, there it is. All right, great. I'm going to get this parked over here and go check out some of the equipment we got for us at the shop, and we'll get started on this. What a great way to start the month of July, and it looks like this is going to be my project for a decent amount of time. You know, I think there's a road that, let's see here. Yeah, you know, yeah, there is. Let's back up and take this here. This should take us down by the field so we can get this staged in a good spot. And this is going to be a lot, a lot more capacity than the tipper that we could have rented. And let's see, from this vantage point here, we can get a better view of. Wow. Yeah. Now, let's park it here for starters. Alright, so back down here at the shop, I'm checking out the equipment they gave us, and actually this tipper is bigger than what I thought it would be. It looks pretty good sized. I'm going to go ahead and haul it down there. It can't hurt to have two tippers. It can never hurt to have more than you think you'll need. Now, what kind of size? Oh, yeah, it's a pretty decent setup there they got us for the combine. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and haul this tipper down there because if anything else, I mean, yeah, again, this is bigger than I thought it'd be. If nothing else, we've got us just extra storage, So we got two tippers. It's better than one. So I'm going to go ahead and get this down there. Oh, watch out for pedestrians. And one thing about these JCB tractors, oh, man, they are good to drive down the road. We're actually going probably faster than the traffic here. Yeah, I'm going to make good time down to that field. We'll just have to catch a ride back to the store and grab the harvester, get it out here. All right, let's have a look at this next to the... Oh, big bump there. Let's have a look at this next to the truck we brought down. They actually might be a similar size. I didn't have much to go on. When you look at a contract and you see the equipment that you can lease with it, yeah, definitely it looked a lot smaller in the picture. Yeah, well, regardless, we have two grain conveyance vehicles here, so that's never a bad thing. All right, now down here at the shop, yeah, they gave us, oh man, this is a nice harvester. One of these days, we'll have something like this at our farm. And taking on jobs like this is how you make that money. So we can grow farm a little bigger. There we go. Now, just get this carefully down there. Wow. You know what's going to be, what just occurred to me, there's that bridge on the way there. And that could cause a real issue. Is there another way we can get there? Yep, there is. And it could be a little bit... Let me think here. This is not something we can back up. If we go... Boy, you guys want to take a risky road? Because if we cross the bridge, we're going to have issues getting across that bridge. And you see, if traffic gets jammed up and we can't get across the bridge, there's no way to back this up. So we're going to take this nice and carefully down a bit of a risky road. All right, so that did not go as planned. That was back roads impossible. Yep, I got hung up on a bridge and had to have this towed back to the shop. So that cost us some money. Okay, take two. What we're going to do is we're going to take the main road and the bridge, and that's just how we're going to do it. I tried the back road, and there is an even more narrow bridge there. I didn't think it'd be a problem because there's no traffic there, but this thing is really very wide. All right, this time no problem on the railroad crossing. We're going to get a nice distance over on this road, and what we're going to have to do is just be very careful at the bridge ahead. Yeah, we should be good here. So, you know, I didn't think there'd be, I didn't think this would be the issue. I thought it was the 30 hectare size of the field that would be an issue. 30 hectares is like something like 75 acres or so, and it's pretty good size for, but luckily we got a good size harvester. And really all I was worried about is it's just this bridge up here, but it's just because this is a highly trafficked road, and because we can't back up this draper, we're just going to have to wait for the exact right opportunity, which looks like it might be now. You know, as so often happens, it looks like this was the best choice right off the bat. No. Actually, scratch that. There's a car coming. Yeah, traffic behind me is not too happy about that, but see, we got a pretty decently long section here. So I'm just going to have to wait this traffic out. Alright, as long as no one else comes, we can go after these next three vehicles. After that police, is that a police car? Yeah, after him. It looked like we had room, but I've done this before, and I promise you we wouldn't have made it. This is not my first rodeo with big equipment on this bridge. Even our Belarus tractor, which is just, you know, double wheeled in the back, is wide enough it can cause some problems here if you're towing a bigger implement. But we got it. Yeah, see, this is the issue. I had to make sure pretty much the entire road was clear for us to have time to get through this, because we can't get back off the road again until here. Yeah, well, we made it. So, but this has been, this has definitely been interesting. I'll apologize to the traffic around here. Have to watch out for these road signs. But this is all some of the challenges of doing big field work. And you know, these are not incredibly bad problems to have, because this is going to be, I think it's going to be a pretty fun job. This field shouldn't have any problems getting back there, except for we do have some mud up here. Wow, this thing is literally wider than this road. Oh, look out, guys. Oh, I really need to bind my horn button. Look out, everyone. There is a very large... Wait, can we take the other road? Can we avoid the mud? If we... I mean, it looks like it. Let's see if we can. I'd like to avoid the mud if I could. It costs some money getting this guy towed out of that bridge. Alright, let's see. Can we go straight here? Well, I'm going to say it looks like we can. Now, I've checked in at this cattle farm. There's a big, huge cattle farm. And you can see there's no cattle here. I think the owners are looking to sell and move on, because there's no cattle here. But I've checked this out earlier in the spring, and there is a lot of stuff here. It's fully set up to be a big cattle farm. It might be something to think about in the future. Now, we're still going to have to go through this mud here. I only mention it because, well, but we've got power to spare. Now, let's see, where can we position the header so that, can we even get the header between those trees? I've been stuck in stupider positions than that. Yeah. So what we can do is we can pull this up here. and park this. Let's actually go back a tick. That's good right there. And what we can do is we can hook around. Let's get this guy unfolded. All right, there we go. And I think we should have enough room to maneuver now. Well, that was a lot of work, but it's time to get to work on this guy here. Finally. Now, first, I'd like to have a look. I want to kind of see the borders. I want to see the boundaries of this field. Let's see if we can get a lap around this field. Get an idea also, you know, for like how far can we go? You know, how fast is our hopper going to fill up is what I'm getting at. Wow, just look at this. You know, I got to admit, as epically huge as this field is, it's pretty epically beautiful too. But this is how I'll be spending my July out here. Don't worry, I won't make this too painful for you guys. Yeah, they got us hooked up with, so I can see now that I'm in the machine, I can see we got a 13.5 meter work width. They hooked us up with some good equipment. Maybe one day this field could be ours. Well, right now I got my sights set on that field across the road from us. Right now we're working it for my uncle. But a field like that size is kind of what I got my sights on right now. Something like this is pretty crazy cool. So yeah, I'm just kind of, I figure work around, you know, we'll work a lap around the outside of this field, get some good working area inside, maybe get it kind of broken up a bit so I can kind of see where I want to go, maybe even kind of divide it up. Big fields like this, I like to kind of divide up sometimes because, well, it'll allow us to get our trucks in here. Let's have a look at where we're at out here. So just that north run from here to here was a third of our grain hopper, a little over a third of our grain hopper. And now I see that, yeah. We'll definitely be driving the truck out here some. Oh, it's beautiful out here, though. Sure is. You know what I didn't do? I didn't look to see where we're taking it to the elevator. To elevator. Elevator. Where do you think that is? I think it's over by the shop. Yup. That's the place. It's right past the shop right there. All right. Now, the thing to think about here is just, you know, how much money we're getting. That's what I got to think about while I'm doing this, because granted, though, there's some jobs that are long and they kind of suck, you know. Like, I've definitely expressed my distaste for hay baling because of all the steps it entails. I got to say, as long a job as this will be, it's not a sucky job. It's fun. Harvesting, driving big harvesters is always fun. Nevertheless, it's going to be a big job. And one thing to keep in mind, just imagine all that money, what we can do with it, you know. Now, I'm only going to get partway down this row, and we'll have to bring a truck out here the long way for now, I guess. You know, it is a good thing. You know, yeah, it is actually a good thing. We got two tippers because this field is so big, we're going to want a tipper on each side, you know. A lot of times you can just kind of follow your position through a field by moving the tipper towards you, but this field's so big that we can't make a lap up and down without having to empty out, I bet. So we're going to want a tipper on each side anyway. So that was actually fortunate that I borrowed an extra truck because, yep, it looks like we're going to have to get one of them out over here. And we got a road out here. Does that road go around the north side? I didn't see. But I'll check on that. Let's go ahead and shut this down here, and actually let's get to where I can unload it. And, well, actually, you know, as long as we're already in a moving vehicle, let's see. Does that road hook around the north end of this field? I wasn't paying attention when I was up there. It didn't seem like it did. Nah, it doesn't, but that's okay. We can drive there. You know, let's take the JCB down there, since we're going to have to drive through some of the field. I mean, that truck there is pretty good off-road, but let's take this guy down there. Now, when we harvest our fields, I'm going to be using a different process, as I've mentioned before. It's definitely going to take a lot more steps. Our fields are going to take a lot more steps. I think it's more fun. We'll get more yield out of it. Here, we're just obviously doing regular harvesting. And our fields, though, even when we get a larger harvester, we're still, that Neva that I bought for us, that old Rostelmash, is still going to come in handy. We're going to want it even when we do get bigger equipment. But here, of course, you know, we're just doing straight up regular harvesting. Let's get under this. There we go. So what kind of dent did we take? I mean, I know we didn't take anything resembling a dent out of it, but no, we didn't. But I just want to see how far we got around it. So yeah, see, we're going to have a tipper on each side because I can't make it back to the same spot each time. Well, we're past the point where we started. We're heading down that back dog leg down the field. And as I figured, you know, it's, yeah, once you get back here, there is a whole, you know, back end of this field that's just, yeah, it's pretty impressive. There's some really big fields out here in Baldeykino. It's not just small ones like we've got. I like to see that too. I like to see a good area of farming like this. So we got potential to really stretch out. Once I get the, you know, once we get this part, there is that. Yeah, this is so far this has been a very square field. I mean, I guess I could have figured that out from the map, but I was mostly looking at just the entire size of it. But yeah, I'm realizing I've been cutting, you know, perfect 90-degree angles so far, except for this southeastern corner down here. So we'll be able to do just perfect north-south runs. So that's going to make a big field like this actually not seem quite so big, you know. Now, and this part here is about the only part of the field where we actually have to steer the harvester. All right, so I got to right here. This is as far as we can make it. This is the only part in the field here where we actually had to steer, which is good, you know. And once we kill this, it's just straight north and south. But I can make it down here, and we'll have to bring that truck around. So let's put this down. Let's go get that truck. I honestly kind of thought I'd make it back around here. Now, I wonder, can I get the truck down there? There was a road there. Yeah, there was a road there. I don't remember it coming off of this, but there was a road by where we stopped the harvester. I'll get a better look at it once we get up there. Let's see here. Yeah, wow, it's way down there. Yeah, there's a road there, but boy, I don't know how to get there. Well, we get to do a bit of exploring here. So definitely a good thing we got two tippers, because this has a completely different access point. Oh, wow. Yeah, didn't see that coming. Alright, so we're going to have to come down here. Through the mud. Okay, we got to look for any kind of road that turns west off of this. No, this is all fenced in. This whole area here is all big cattle farm. I've checked it out. Like I said earlier, big property. That bunker silo over there too, that's part of this. Wait, speaking of which, there's a road here that turns west. Man, this truck doesn't have much of a turning radius. Whoops. See if we can get around this. Is this where we left the harvester? Or does this just go behind the bunker silo? There's got to be a way. Come on, little truck. Now, these trucks are slow, but they're tough. They're tough, but they're slow. Alright. Once I figure out where we're going, this won't be so bad. Well, I can see where we harvested. There's the harvester. There we go. Wow, we were way out here. Oh, that might be the main road down there. I think that's the main road down there. I think that up ahead of us is the meat smoking place, maybe. I'm going to have a look. We're going to have to pull up the map. I'm going to have a look. See if we can... Well, you know, what is the way we're going to take back to the... Because we got to go all the way over by the store to the elevator. So we had to go... Yeah, this area right here, this is all cattle farm. We had to go through that and turn there. You know, I think I turned here. Yeah, I could have gone straight and then turned here. And this is the... No, it's the biogas plant. Here's the meat smoking place. Yeah, and we'll be getting familiar with that when it comes time for our pigs. So it looks like it might be a shortcut to... If I can cut through the biogas plant. That was the main road I saw there. Yeah, if we could park the truck around here, then we could just make a trip through there. And then from this side of the field, there. Yep. Well, I guess we're going to... I'll have to see that, you know, when the time comes. Boy, man, you know... I mean, I could see how big the field was, but this is... it's something else, ain't it? Let's see, can I... Well, I'm going to have to go up here and turn around, I think. And it's a little bit of turning. Pretty much the only place in the field where we have to do any kind of turning. Yeah, are we head back directly north again? I think we are. I think we're headed back directly north again. Yeah, we are. It's just these couple little places here. This could make a great field to provide for that cattle farm. I mean, when you look at it, that cattle farm is sitting right there in the corner. You know, there's two access points for this field, one on either side of the cattle ranch there. It's positioned in a great spot right there for access to this whole side of the field. I mean, just thinking ahead, you know, like if we ever acquired that cattle farm, I don't know, but then what would we need with a field this large? No clue. But it's kind of cool how the two access roads to this just kind of hook around from the cattle farm. All right, and that is one full lap. That's one full lap around the canola field. Wow. That's something. Well, do we have enough room to turn around? You know, I think I might take another row off the south here. And we can probably start doing north-south runs after I do that. If we can find a good spot to, let's see, turn around here. If I can get turned around, going back the way we came. Take another bit off the south end here. Oops, I hit the wrong thing again. There we go. Yeah, there we go. And, oh yeah, we're at half a tank, so I should be able to make it, I mean, right? I should be able to make it right about back to the truck. That's a good... Yeah, that was luck. It should take us right back to the truck, and should have, you know, room here so that we can... Room to turn around between us and the trees. Money's coming our way. If I had to guesstimate, well... I don't know how much, I forget how much the equipment costs to rent, but we'll kind of round around what it's kind of been for contracts and say, I think we could be walking away with, say, well, I don't want to like count my chickens or anything, but we could be taking home as much as like close to $80,000 off this. Because I always seem to underestimate how much is left over that they don't account for, you know, that we can sell ourselves. But this time, counting that in, but see, then again, you know, when you count that in, then I end up getting disappointed because we might not reach that number. So I don't want to say, yeah, but we could have as much as like 80,000 total from this. And yeah, we almost made it back to the truck, but I knew it was going to vary because of how much I got when I was turning and how much I left, plus just variable yield of the crop in general. Ooh, that was close. All right, let's park this here. We're close enough. Just run over and grab the truck. And this truck should have decent room left. We'll see. Now this wagon here holds 32,000 liters, I think. This truck can't make that turn. Nah. From what I saw on the way out here, absolutely not. So we're going to try to get up here. This way. There we go. Let's see how this fills us here. And we got room. This is where kind of where I wanted to park the truck, you know, so we got room. Think we can shoot through there? I think so. It's just a regular truck and trailer. It's not like driving that combine with the header trailer behind it. Now, the tank on that thing looks like it holds about 12. My guess is about 12.5 thousand liters. So let's go ahead and run this now. Yeah, let's go ahead and run this and see what kind of trip back we're looking at. Because this is not going to hold, obviously, you know, it's not going to hold another grain tank. Let's see what we're looking at for a trip. Well, when I say back, it's because we're basically going back to the shop. Let's get some room here. I'm not going to hit that harvester, am I? I don't think so. Alright, yeah, I'd rather park the truck a little more this way. Not the tightest turner. Not the tightest turner. Alright, let's see if we can cut through here. Because if we can, this would be a, you know, way, way shorter way. This will put us right back on the main road. Yep, we can just duck right around here. I haven't been down here yet. I don't think I've been through the bio... No, of course not. Why would I go to the biogas plant? Also, very close to the cattle farm. That's convenient. That is quite convenient. Oh, I just noticed this trailer has a cover on it. Alright. Whoops, I kind of let it off the accelerator on the hill. Come on, truck. What's the traffic stopping for? I don't know. Well, I guess they're being polite drivers. Thanks, guys. We got this. Boy, it's a loud, rowdy truck, ain't it? Any truck built to cross Russian terrain, you know it's going to be sturdy. Yeah. Wow, that thing's loud. Yeah, well, we know it's sturdy. Alright, I don't want to carry too much speed into this turn. Not with the way this thing's been turning. No, I want to take this a little carefully with this much weight. How much weight do we have? Oh, a lot. Quite a bit. Now, where do I have... How does this thing tip? I've not used this trailer in a while. Alright, it's tipping out the back. Which way does the train come from? I think it comes from the east. I don't see it. Alright. Now, oh, there's the grain elevator. Let's see here. I have not driven in it once. I haven't found occasion to. So, we are going... somewhere. Oh, I guess right here. I guess right here. Whoa, traffic. Oh, come on, guys. Really? No, really? I'm like half off the road. I need... Really? I need that turn. All right, here we have an unfortunate thing. Now, I cannot do that every single time. I'll find something to work with that. I don't know why the traffic stops like that for this truck, but it does. All right, now we got to find... Man, this thing is hard to turn. Now we got to find the unloading point. Of course, to be fair, only half the trips are going to be with this truck. The other half will be with the tractor. All right, now we got to find where we take this grain. Where what looks like an unloading point. Well, probably by where the train goes, huh? Yeah, let's circle around. It's probably over by the train tracks. Oh, see? Hang on a second here. Stop, truck, stop. Told you guys I hadn't been over here yet. How about that? Something to help us with our thing. I'm going to have to check this area. Yeah, I seriously have not been here. I would have seen that. All right, well... I mean, there's still like, what did I say last time? Like 64 of those things or something left out here. All right, so I'm thinking the unload point's going to be over here. Yeah, it looks like it. Wow, this truck, I'm not exaggerating that. That was the wheel at full lock. There we go. Come on, truck. There we go. Woof. Well, guys, I'm going to get to work on this field. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We've got a big job ahead of us, but it pays really, really good, and it leads right into our harvest time. And you know, it's like I said before, like I've said a lot of times, harvest time is my favorite time of the year. As much complaining as I was doing, I don't think I was complaining. There's a lot of challenging work here, but I do enjoy harvesting. I really do enjoy harvesting. Some things I could do without, like the traffic here, was quite annoying, but I'm going to have a lot of fun driving this truck around and getting this done. I'm going to get a bunch more work done, and I'll catch up with you guys later this month when I'm finishing up the field, because I am looking forward to this payday. Guys, take care, and I'll see you next time.